Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning. Good morning. And I will never get nobody name up. They was like, they was like, is that a wig? What was that? I said, I don't know. I don't do hair. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say the other women that was in there. Some that at the merriment, they was laughing at the gym with me this morning and said, we know you gonna put them hairstyles. I said, I am. So I know, because we got 130. I said I am. I'm going to put it up there. Now, one downvote is Liddell or Kansas. I'm not messing with you.
Rocket.
But look who they sent down the Crockett. You got Stephen A. Smith attacking her now. Jasmine Crockett.
Been attacking our whole nationality, so it ain't nothing new with him. He's the fastest race. He all that. He let you know who he is. He ain't holding them up.
But he black.
Stephen Miller ain't.
No, Stephen A. Smith.
Oh, man.
I'm talking about Stephen A. Smith. You ain't see how they sent to my y'all wrong. Y'all wrong. I mean, listen. Hey, some laugh with you, some laugh at you. They laughed at me plenty. Now, I laughing too, shit. But, hey, it is what it is. But boy, we was rolling. They was like, you gonna put them pictures up? I said, I am. She the one brought up content. She said, oh, they trying to use stuff for content. I said, well, she gave it to me. This what I wanted to say. I was watching one guy. I was looking for his video, and he was talking about like in Chicago when they raided the hotel. And I get both sides, not the hotel, the apartment complex. But and as he was breaking it down, and it was like what they doing is, what they not telling people is, and it's bad on both sides, but these was the ones that the Democrats had when they took them to Martha's Vineyard and everything.
Yeah.
What's up?
I just can't fathom that, right? Like, I'm still stuck on, you touch my kids, I'm touching you. It's that serious. And the fact that he's just letting this man skate by, but a dude who does something peaceful, that rallies the community to do something peaceful, right? How often do we see people today get groups of people together, rile them up, and go set them loose? Jed gathered a group of people, got them focused, and did something productive, and he's the fucking monster? This is some bull.
You caught yourself before you was finna cuss, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Great morning, beautiful people. I had to come on this morning early. What's up, Omar Thorpe? What it do? Thank you for tapping in. I ain't going. Thank you for support. Y'all see the title. Y'all know why we had to come on this early. It's y'all know I love my beloved Michigan Wolverines. We in the news, baby. We in the news. We in the news.
Not all publicity is good publicity, apparently.
No, it's not. No, it's not good publicity, man. It's terrible what's happening to my book right now. I'm gonna say give a prayers to Sharon and his family, man. What he going through, but got to talk about him. I hate to do it. I hate to do it, but got to talk about him. What he did.
I'd say some of what he's going through right now is created by himself. So.
Man, this is what happened because you got to understand he's 39, and I was chopping it up with my cousin last night, man. Like, listen, Trevor, this is what was crazy, man. I went to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I was knocked out, man. It seemed like I had all these missed calls, and when I'm looking at it, I'm like looking at the missed calls. I'm like, oh, this ain't nothing. So I get an alert from ESPN. You know, I'll be getting them
when I got missed calls. You don't care, but ESPN,
dude, that alert. No, because you know how I come on the phone. So when it hit, I'm like, damn, Sharon Moore fired. I'm thinking it's some play stuff because I like the allegations and I'm gonna give y'all play the video what's going on. I had heard about it because, like I say, man, I'll be watching a lot of the different Michigan sports podcasts.
Yeah.
Then I had sent the video, and I can tell you where you want to go to. You can go to the Voice of College Football, but the one I'm telling you to watch the ones that do the Michigan football because they have my man who do the Voice of College Football. Omar blew my mind, and you know me, I was finna put on said he got the honey pot put on him because he was messing with one of the staffers. But so I'm like, I heard the story on the Voice of College Football on the Michigan podcast. The one, because they do the Big Ten, but the ones who do Michigan, it was like last week they had put it out there, but I didn't pay no attention to it. It was like, it was nothing. It was just people talking. I'm like, it's the backlash he got from losing to Ohio State. You know what I'm saying? So I'm watching it. So I already heard about it. I'm like, that ain't nothing. But then, you know what I'm saying? I'm hearing, and this came from that podcast. I was actually thinking them boys was hating on him, Sharon because they didn't want him. You know what I'm saying? And I'm, I was trying to get Sharon the benefit of the doubt, but I could see the team was regressing. But so as I'm sitting up here, I'm looking at it. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why is he ain't firing? To me, it's just, I'm wondering why the team was lacking discipline. You were seeing certain players was speaking out. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I say, I be heavily watching the different Michigan podcasts. Especially, I give a shout out to Johnny O and they crew. The Made man on Made man. I give a shout out to them and to the college, the Voice of College Football. But I thought they was. Let me say my man name right. I don't want to get y'all speak on the wrong man business, and ain't got the right one. What was it? On it was. It's damn man. What was it on? Okay, so I was just watching my man podcast. I think it's Maze Man and what's Cold Blooded dude. Even Tariq Nasheed. What's up, Salty Chef? Even Tariq Nasheed finna do. But let me get to it because this brother crashed out yesterday. I mean, he really crashed out. And I was thinking, like I'm trying to tell you, I was trying to say they was playing my man, Sharon, but like if you go, now they finna let everything out, so they gonna make him look like he the worst person. Of course, I'm guessing he was married, he was out here cheating, but dude, it's like they want nothing more of the Harbaugh era gone. You hear what I'm saying? he the last of the Harbaugh era, but I get it now because, like I said, I was having a conversation with my cousin. I'm like, man, how they gonna fire a dude because he was cheating? Like, what that got to do? But he was breaking it down. He said, dude, he was messing with a staffer.
I mean, it goes a lot further than that, right? Like, so a lot of these sports teams and colleges, their reputation is everything.
Yeah.
So playing hide the sausage with someone that ain't your wife and it gets out on national news, you're going to get fired because you're tarnishing your team's and your school's reputation.
Yeah, because he got fired with cause. And that's talking about the title, what is it, Title IX or something, because she was a staffer. But when he got hired, the head coach, he moved her up. She was working right up under him. So her pay went up. And that's what my cousin was telling me. He was like, dude, you can't do that because she can come back and say she felt she had to mess with you because you was her boss. So when he was getting off into it, he was like, dude, they didn't have no other choice. So I'm like, then, like I said, I was up all morning. I'm watching a little different podcast with Sharon. I'm like, and I'm looking at the recruiting class. Just think about this, Trevor. And I'm like I say, and this is all, I ain't saying I'm going to say all this allegedly, as far as with the recruiting class. I was watching, like I said, the Voice of College Football, the Michigan, for the Michigan football. I'm watching them today. Them fellas came right up on here, man. They was talking about how, allegedly, let me say this allegedly, November.
A word going today.
Hell yeah. Allegedly, man, they had put out flyers November 9th about they was going to get a new coach.
Yeah, it makes sense. Like, if the school finds out about it, even if it doesn't hit national news, they're going to fire you just because it could hit national news. Like, that's money. College football is all about dollars and cents, right?
Yeah. And this was crazy. It was like, because they had did an investigation. already. And I guess,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, I was just watching my man and them, the voice of college football, when they was putting it out there. And they were saying, like, because, you know, somebody came on there and said Ward Emmanuel should be fired because somebody was covering it up. And what allegedly what they said, no, this what they said is a fact what they said, but they was like, it was allegedly. I guess the people who tried to cover it up got fired. And so, like I said, when I was watching their show, I'm guessing the AD, what they said, he's having a meeting with the board of regents this morning. So I'm guessing later on, the AD got to go meet. I don't know if it's for to hire a new coach, but like what's going on. Because they did say.
The board of regents. Dude's going to be walking out of there with a cardboard box full of all his personal effects.
I mean, yeah, because like I said, I think his mistake was, and don't get me wrong, because hindsight is 2020.
Yep.
Right now, I'm glad they got on top of it, but some of us, a part of me is like, and I'm just gonna be real. A part of me was like this. Okay, he was messing with a white girl. He messed up. Same thing with Mel Tucker. You go out, you mess up. I'm just telling you, this was the part of me that was saying this. But then when I sat down, I'm looking, like I said, after I had the conversation, I'm sitting up, but I'm like, and when it got broke down to me, like, cuz you can't be a boss. Now, if they was on the same level, what's up? What's up with you?
Not me, baby.
Oh, this dude, not me, baby. Hey, yeah, cut the crap, not me. Don't do that. I don't want to give you 24, but I would love for you to subscribe to the channel. But these people be tripping in the morning. But
Man, they ain't woke up and found their sense yet. Trust me,
yeah.
I'm there most mornings.
Yeah. Because I'm looking at it, like I said, man, it messed me up, man, as I'm sitting up here looking at like with Sharon. He's like, if they was on the same level when it broke off into it, and then they going so far into Sharon stuff, like, man, he was allegedly. He was wild, and that's why you can't really pay attention, like, because, you know, they're going to put a lot of stuff out here. To me, personally, I thought Michigan fine. Oh, yeah, he got to get 24. I see it now. This fool right here.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, I'm going to put you in
Come back tomorrow when you find your sense, buddy.
Yeah. You're just going to get put in time out.
I don't want that. That's yucky.
Yeah, he's just a fool. But, when I think he should have, Sharon should have knew he was on a short leash, man. He wasn't a pick. And I mean, like, and then, like I said, all this stuff I'm saying is, what's up, Mama? Everything I'm saying is allegedly.
You know what, Mick? It's a good thing you got rid of that guy before Mama Quill came in.
Oh, he went on the other one. I got to come on the other one.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, you know they always let you in on the other one, but I got him. He keep playing. I got him. Don't worry about it. You get it on this one, too. Now you out of here, sapsucker. Got rid of him.
We got to protect Mama Quill from the yucky.
Yeah, I got him right out of there.
She is a treasure. We were talking sports this morning, Mama Quill, because one of Mickey's teams ended up in the news in the wrong way.
Oh, you're no part of the team no more, and I mean, I just hate it. I hate it because I'm gonna put it up on here. This is because they, from what I'm hearing, allegedly, I'm just a little tea leaves from the podcast. I'm hearing they had a team, only team meeting, and he was excluded from, and he snapped.
Morning, Sandy.
Hey, facts. Hey, Omar, that's what I was saying. Because let me show you where his crash I went to. That's why I said, you know, hope the brother, because he's never coaching college football no more. From what
he's
did.
Not even going to coach a little league team no more. He's not going to coach Pop fucking Warner.
But they should have knew this was going to happen, in my humble opinion. Let me just go.
We are continuing to follow that breaking news tonight on The Edge. Fired U of M football coach Sharon Moore is in jail. It developed within the past couple of hours. There's been a wild turn of events today. Fox 2's Dave Kim.
Because your side's frozen. Let me go find that myself. That's Fox Local.
You said my side froze.
Yep.
I don't see it froze because it's playing on my end.
I know it's playing on your, and it's playing to you because it's on your hardware. I'm watching on the thing right now.
I froze up. I don't know why. Go ahead. I got it. Let me reset my whistle name anyway. I'm gonna go out.
All right. Yeah, I'll go find. I'll find it.
My stuff. I'll be right back.
Anywho, yeah. Well, while Mickey's resetting, you know what? Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Mr. Classic and Mama Quill. To Sandy Ramirez. Omar, we already said good morning to you. That not me dude needs to go away. What else we got? Salty Chef, our Canadian friend from Saskatchewan. The only place where the women are more curvy than the terrain. How we doing today? I ain't going. Good to see you up. Yeah, we had to get up a little bit early today. Mickey's got an appointment, so he has to keep that. And we figured we don't want to rip you guys off a show, so we're going to go on a little bit early today. Good morning, Hope. How you doing? Damn, Mickey is like froze. It's so cold in Michigan right now, Mickey's internet froze. Let's see. Let me see if I can find this Fox 2 Detroit. Sharon Moore. And we will full screen this because you guys don't need to see the crap that's on my stuff. And let me do a share real quick. We'll wait for Mickey to get back. Oh, Omar, when I can find some time, I've been pretty busy doing things on the sidelines and doing the editing and stuff like that. So when I can find some time to do it, Mickey's lately having me do custom thumbnails for a lot of our shows like yesterday and today. So that's a wake up and take about 30 minutes. I'm trying to do our shorts. I had a minor computer issue the other day that corrupted like a third of my files, including all my games, which sucked. But doing our shorts, that takes me about 45 minutes per short. So yeah, it takes a little bit. That's why I'm happy to be on in the morning with Mick. Damn, dude, still ain't back. All right, well, we'll go ahead and play this, and then because he's already watched it, and then we'll go ahead and cover it a bit. Yeah.
Continuing to follow that breaking news tonight on The Edge, fired U of M football coach Sharon Moore is in jail. It developed within the past couple of hours. There's been a wild turn of events today. Fox 2's Dave Kinchin is live tonight in Ann Arbor with the latest on this story. Dave, it just seems to get wilder and wilder.
Yeah, Hillary, no doubt about it. It really is a whirlwind day here. We are at the Washtenaw County Jail, where we can confirm that now former Michigan head football coach Sharon Moore is now lodged. We'll go to some video. We have new details from Pittsfield Township Police as well. We can confirm that now former coach Moore was detained by officials following an incident involving Pittsfield Township Police earlier today. That department putting out a press release moments ago saying an alleged assault took place at a home on Ann Arbor Saline Road in Pittsfield Township around 4 this afternoon, around 4:10. Now, they say it does not appear to be a random act. The exact details are not yet known, but we are told that Moore is here at the jail pending a review of charges by the prosecutor. That's all police are saying because of the sensitive nature of this case. This all comes hours after Michigan fired Moore as coach over what the athletic director called an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. Students we talked with today are shocked.
I think it's really surprising and disappointing, but I'm excited to see if we get maybe a better coach in the future.
Did this kind of come out of nowhere?
Yeah, but I heard like speculation about people wanting him to be fired, but I didn't think it would happen.
I did not expect it. Yeah, I thought he was going to stay for at least another season, and if he was going to be fired, I thought it was going to be before the Ohio State game and maybe a couple weeks before that. But a little bit of a shock.
I'm really surprised, honestly. I thought after Harbaugh left, it may be a good idea to kind of clean house and get everybody out, but I was not expecting this to happen, and I'm really not certain what they're going to do now. Everyone else has been hired.
I like Biff Poggi when he was here. I think that's a quick option. I haven't seen. I think he might be resuming the role after the firing, so that might be what I think.
I honestly don't know. I was just talking with my dad on the phone about this, trying to figure out who is even left in the coaching cycle.
Yeah, it's a lot of questions, right?
Absolutely.
All
All right, well, meantime, obviously very serious matters to deal with here. And the athletic director for the University of Michigan released a statement on Coach Moore's firing with cause. It says, following a university investigation, credible evidence was found that Coach Moore engaged in an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. This conduct constitutes a clear violation of university policy, and U of M maintains zero tolerance for such behavior. Again, back live, we can tell you that former Coach Moore is indeed lodged here at the Washtenaw County Jail after what appears to be a domestic incident and alleged assault. According to Pittsfield Township Police, they're not saying much more at this time. They say because of the sensitive nature of this case, they will release more information, we're told, as soon as they can. Reporting live outside the Washtenaw County Jail, Dave Kinchin on The Edge.
Nah, I just muted it right there. We can come back on, Trevor.
Cool.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I say prayers. What they thought was,
first off, the field reporter having to throw shade and call or say former coach like 3 times in a row. Like,
no, because he is.
But 3 times in a row, you wouldn't think that one is enough.
Trevor,
like,
they distant themselves. That's what you call.
Yeah, but this is Fox. Fox ain't owned by U of M.
Yeah. What's up, Carlos? No, they distant themselves. This is how you get in front of it. Then you just hear what I said. I had to reset my computer. Then you just hear me tell you that I'm just telling you, I'm just getting the tea leaves from the people who are the so-called insiders who got little connections, dude. And you saw what that girl said. I mean, the student that was there, the young lady, when she was like, they wanted him gone. Now we can get a better coach. He was already, so anything he was doing
already out the door.
Yeah,
they didn't even know it though.
Dude, look at some of the, and I think the athletic director gone. I think with him finna meet the board of regents, like I said, I was watching a podcast.
Yeah, I mean, dude's gonna step into that meeting and step out with a cardboard box full of his belongings. He's gone.
Just
this
from
happened under his watch. Shit rolled downhill.
He got them their championship, because I'm looking at all the stuff that happened. Like, even what they going, even though Michigan and getting, like I said, I didn't believe them far as the cheating scandal. When they came, they got, they was found not guilty of that. It was so many things. And then when you look at the other coaches, like you had some coaches on Harbaugh's staff, man, that was in some stuff. No, the AD ain't got fired, but he having a meeting with the board of regents this morning. I was watching that on one of the podcasts. Yeah, I was watching one of the podcasts. They said they was having a meeting. I don't know. That's why I said I don't know if it's talking about hiring a coach. From like the different tea leaves I was hearing, they was talking about they might go after one of the coaches that's coaching in the playoffs. And I just put it out there. I mean, from the tea leaves, a lot of them saying Kellen DeBoer, him, because they said he catching hell down there in Bama. But this what I don't like. Now they putting the stuff out. They were saying Kellen DeBoer wanted to come to Michigan when Harbaugh went to the NFL. But they wanted to keep, you know what I'm saying, Sharon, I guess, to keep the culture, as they seemed like it didn't have no culture now. They wanted to keep Sharon there.
They might have to just hang on to their interim coach for the rest of the season.
Hey, number one game, the bowl game.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's what they.
But they don't know, as that young man said, he doesn't know of any coaches that are out there for hire right now. He doesn't know any of them in the trade cycle. So
you still, listen, man, and I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this for. I know some of my Michigan people gonna say Michigan is the big time job. No, it is, but sometimes as Michigan fans, we be a little delusional. Everybody not knocking the door to come here. All you got to go do is go back and watch Lloyd Carr. It was scandals in that. Look at Les Miles, why he didn't want to come here. So this ain't the first time like Michigan that this team done had scandals, man. If you go back and watch, they've been having scandals. I don't think with Brian Kelly, I think Michigan feel they can go get somebody like you hearing Kellen DeBoer, like some of the crazy stuff I heard. And these with all the jobs. Oh, go get Nick Saban. These from the fans. Oh, go get Mike Tomlin from Pittsburgh. Dude, Mike Tomlin not coming here. He loves the NFL. You know what I'm saying? You got some saying go get not Lane Kiffin, Lincoln Riley from USC. You know what I'm saying? I don't know really, like, and to me, it's like whoever you get, you got to keep that recruiting class together that you signed. That's the only thing to me with the athletic director. I hope he can keep his job. I don't know. But Michigan University, they get it together. It's just with Sharon, with him blowing it, he should know, like, maybe if he could have just took it on the chin and left, somebody else will hire him because he was an excellent offensive line coach. But him crashing out like this.
Now, I got some questions surrounding the arrest. Do we know, like, was he drinking? Did he just, like, fall into depression, get drunk, and then swing by her house and allegedly assault her? Or?
Dude, he probably said, why did you tell? You know what I'm saying? Like, the information came out. When they probably did it the first time, she probably didn't tell. My thing is, who got to her to want to get and put that information? I believe this, man. When people messing around, I believe he crashed out. Somebody got to him, and they probably, like, told him. Like, if you was him, I'm like I say, this all allegedly. I'm just watching them podcasts. Them podcasts that Michigan on the Voice of College Football. If you go listen to their show yesterday. What's up, Alan L? I had to come on early because I got a dentist appointment. So that's why I came on, because I wasn't gonna make it at 9. We weren't gonna be able to do it at 9. It was gonna come on later. But when like I said, I got up and started seeing with Sharon Moore. I'm like, damn, he made it across. Like, I'm gonna let the other people, but like I said, I want to get more deep off into it. I'm gonna go back and watch and see. Be like I say, man. To me, it was like he was, but you know how it is when the business wants you gone, they gonna dirty you up out here. They gonna let every nick and cranny, whatever was going down.
Oh yeah, I mean, one of the things I used to do in the Army, and this is something that the Army learned from corporate America.
See this?
You want a kid gone? You want someone gone? You file paperwork on them quickly. Hey, you were late. Here's a piece of paper. Hey, you didn't stand parade arrest. Here's a piece of paper. So I'm willing to bet this guy, minor infractions, like his tire outside the little white line at his parking spot. Here's a piece of paper, right?
You see this allegedly
paper trail. Hey, Mickey, the wife and mistress were following each other on social media. Alleged. Oh, damn.
See that what I'm saying?
The wife calling in, being like, "Hey, my husband cheated on me. This ain't a good look."
No, she called the police to save him. She the one called for them to go, and they found
the school. Because hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. You cheat on her, she might just ruin your entire life.
Trevor, he went from, just think about it. He went from making maybe 40, 50,000, 80,000 until he became offensive coordinator. He got boosted up $1 million. Or maybe 2, who depends. Then you become the head coach, you get up to $5 million. You crashed out and blew that. You didn't even get, listen, even if Michigan was going to fire you.
Here's the next thing. With the alleged assault on the mistress?
No, he put the knife to it. I'm just telling you this stuff because they've been leaking it out. You go listen to that. He put the knife to himself, was saying he was going to kill himself and he was going to kill her. I'm just allegedly. This the stuff
I'm
that
just
was
saying
said.
That right there. You know she's going to hit him with a civil suit too. Like what little money he had in a bank account, half is going to the future ex-wife. The other half is going to the ex-mistress now.
The baby mama, allegedly she was pregnant.
Oh, yeah, nah. This dude is, I hope the best for him, but he's kind of screwed.
Dude, he crashed out. He was just probably posted just like, damn, take it on the chin, because he know he's never getting another job. And let's be real. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to say the elephant in the room. You probably never see another black head coach at Michigan football nor basketball. Juwan Howard slapped the coach and out of here. And this what he done. He done went to the crib. I mean, but I understand. I don't agree with his crashing out. But what the hell? Especially if you felt like you've been set up. Because if they did an investigation and didn't find none, and then had to come back, and all this stuff that came. Yeah, raw and uncut. Yeah, bro, he got to worry about criminal charges. Damn, the rest of that right now. Facts.
Oh, yeah. I'm just saying, like, the rest of his life is fucked now.
Oh yeah, he's done.
He ain't getting that job nearly as good as what he's having right now.
Nah,
Like, the dude's probably not even going to be at a tax bracket to where he's going to be paying tax. He's going to, like, the man's McDonald's for the rest of his life sort of fucked after he gets out of jail.
Man, they put this stuff out here, and allegedly her father is an executive for the Chicago Bears. So I'm just saying, he messing with some people that probably got connections, and he finna find out what the state of Michigan is like. I pray the best for him. You know what I'm saying? He can come out of this, but
I don't think this is going to be a cloud over his head for the rest of his life, man.
But to me, but I'm gonna still go back to this. When he lost that game, man, if he would have won the game against Ohio State, they would have hit it. But with him losing, and they was looking at it like the program was regressing, and I seen that, like because he didn't want to fire Wink Martindale, and it was like they gave him a chance. That's why I think if Ward Manuel do get fired, they're gonna be like, this was up under your watch.
Yeah, raw. Like, dude's cooked. Dude.
I don't. But you know what, Omar? This the cynical of Michigan fan, and I'm a Michigan fan, man. I'm telling you, been for a minute. Listen, we only won a half a championship back in, was it 97? Then Harbaugh just came and got us a championship, man. I remember the Brady Hoke that era, but really I can go back before that. I remember when Tressel got there. Remember he ended up beating Lloyd Carr.
All right, Mickey, how the fuck do you win half of a championship?
Because it was split. Back before they had the playoffs, you could win the Associated Press or you could win the Coaches Championship. That's how.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here like, what the fuck? Huh?
Yeah, you can split it. That's why when they be trying to say like, Urban Meyer got 3 champions. No, he got a half of one. He split. Let's quit the BS. He split one. Even Nick Saban, when he won his first one at LSU, that was a half a championship he got because he had to split it with USC. See, them college fans, they never want to say that. See, we split the championship with Nebraska. We got one half. Nebraska got one half. And that's when they came with the BCS, was like which I called the BS, what it really was. What's up, H. Sprague? I called it the BS because you never really got the true number ones. The top teams never truly played each other.
So I looked up one of the channels that you mentioned earlier, the Voice of College Football.
Yeah, with the one with Michigan.
Huh?
You see the one with Michigan, right?
I see a lot of them with Michigan.
Yeah, okay, yeah, because they also do Rutgers and different, you know what I'm saying? My man cover Ohio State.
They had Moore's face on every thumbnail with Michigan thus far.
Hell yeah, he's on everywhere. He's even in the conscious community right now on thumbnails for this morning. Like, because it's like, I mean, dude, with some of the stuff that they putting out there, to me, they wanted him gone, and I just think Sharon, he was a hell of a recruiter, man. I just think, like, man, you give a man millions of dollars, what you think gonna happen? The women coming to you, you know what I'm saying? You would have thought he would have knew better. I would have been thinking like, man, I'm at Michigan. They want me gone anyway. You know what I'm saying? He was not who they wanted. You know what I'm saying? And you can see like different stuff was leaking out. Like
it's weird to me, right? Like, I'm a little bit younger than he is, and I guess I don't have as big of a libido because like women throwing themselves at me don't. It'd be like, whatever. Hey, yo, I got a woman that's gonna take half my money if I fuck around. So, like,
he didn't think like that though. Look at MSU. Tucker blew a contract like that. Now you got Sharon blew. He left with 12-something million on the Wilson. I believe, to be honest with you,
left that on the table.
I'm gonna be honest with you. As I looked at, he was gonna get fired next year. To be honest with you, I didn't think he was gonna make it unless they made the playoffs.
Was their record this year
9-3? Yeah. To me, but see what it was 9-3. But when he lost to Oklahoma, when he lost the way he lost to Oklahoma, really to me, I think what put the nail in the coffin was the loss to USC. I think that put the nail in the coffin, and the writing was on the wall because how bad USC did him. Then when he lost to Ohio State and how they toyed with him, going for it on fourth down, I really thought his defensive coordinator should have been fired. But and then you hearing the tea leaves far as he was really interfering with the offensive coordinator. He really wasn't letting him coach. He was, you know what I'm saying? It was, to me, it was like it was a dumpster fire, and Michigan shut it down. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like, what could they really do? Okay, you was finna fire, you fired your offensive coordinator last year. You was finna have to fire your defensive coordinator. When he fired the special team coach, when really overall, he probably should have been forced to bring in a whole new coaching staff. You know what I'm saying? Because it just, you know what I'm saying? You can see it was going downhill, and they got on top of it. They found something. And like, this is what we can get rid of them all.
When you called to make sure I was awake for the show this early, you had said something about the team didn't seem to respect him. Can you go more into that?
No, I'm just saying, like, from watching the other podcast, they were just saying you had certain players coming out talking, you know, was saying things. They was on their X account, you know, they might have removed it now, but when you started seeing, to me, it sounded like he lost the locker room. Then when they saying he was having a players only meeting, like I'm saying, when you just went on, if you watch the show, it should be like the one from last night, 5 hours.
Yeah, I'll
Nah, I don't think Wink Martindale could be. I wouldn't hire Wink Martindale to save nothing, man. He got let go when he was in the pros, and I think that's what Sharon kind of made a bad choice with Wink. I get it. I get what they was doing, keeping them on because they wanted to keep the players. I think when Harbaugh left, they should have went ahead and got a coach that already know how to run a team, who didn't rent. That's what I'm thinking. Like Kellen DeBoer, I think he would be good because he showed you he can win down in the SEC. I mean, he did get his ass whooped. Now, let's be honest. He got whooped in that championship against Georgia. But the head coach did. But only thing would scare me with Kellen DeBoer, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like who you bringing with you? Like, what defensive coordinator you gonna do? Like, because you finna bring in, like, I don't know. Do he want to leave and come to Ann Arbor? Like, while everybody's saying, do he want to come? I'm looking at Arizona State. Let me be honest, Arizona State coach. Do you want him?
Levels?
Yeah, they talking about his coach on there. They gotta get somebody that can come in and get back to football as we know it, because really Jim Harbaugh set the standard. They can go back to Lloyd Carr, and it would. But what's crazy, Jim Harbaugh didn't set the standard until he got with these coaches, Sharon and Jesse Minter and Mike McDonald. When he had, it was like the team that he got at the Chargers, the crew he took with him.
Damn, 9-3 this year. Last year he went 8-5. 9-3 is not a bad record.
I mean, but you lost against them. You struggled against some teams you should have blew out, and the teams he won competitive against the Oklahomas, the USC's, and the Ohio State.
Right, so right there shows a marked improvement.
Yeah, it did, because you beat Ohio State and you beat Bama. You're right, Ron Uncut. I do believe that with the recruiting class, we had the number. It depends on what coach they bring in. Now, you bring in the right coach, you can probably keep them players. But you also got to think about this too, Ron Uncut. This is a different age and time. They got money. Do I believe Bryce Young can leave? Who going to pay you? Michigan gave you $3 million. You finna go get less money wherever you go, because they're going to be looking at him like, okay, why would we pay you $3 million if you transfer out? Money-wise. Now, you can go leave, but is they going to pay you the money that you get now, or is your money going to be lesser? Like for Bryce, depending on they bringing in the right coaches, I'll stay there.
Oh,
because you already getting $3 million. Why would you leave and you getting paid $3 million? They bring in the right coach that's going to flourish you and help you get to the next level. You good.
There's another reason they're looking at him. Moore, in his second season, was suspended for 2 games this year as part of a self-imposed sanctions for NCAA violations.
But that was under the Harbaugh thing, though, when they just gave all their coaches.
But the fact that his name came up and that he was suspended, like we say, college football is all about them dollars and cents, and a lot of it is your image.
It was because he didn't get him back to the playoffs. Dude, he missed the playoffs twice. He didn't make it last year. He didn't make it this year. He didn't make it last year. And that's the pressure of these jobs. He not even getting able to collect no money, get bought off. You know what I'm saying? To me, he was going to get fired next year because he had and I ain't going to say the schedule is going to be that much rougher, man, like everybody was trying to say. Oh, he got to play Indiana. Mendoza going pro. You know what I'm saying? So Indiana was going to be breaking in the new quarterback. Penn State breaking in the new quarterback because they're on the schedule. Oklahoma, because Mateer going pro, breaking in, even though they coming to the big house, breaking in a new quarterback. Some of them games would have been, but it was going to be, Sharon was going to have to be playoff or bust, man. If he didn't make it to the playoffs, he was out. And you know what I'm saying? And people don't want, it was playoffs or bust.
I just negative publicity that surrounded his name. Yeah, dude was looking at the hard end of the barrel if he didn't make them playoffs.
Dude, don't you know the university let all that stuff get leaked out? They got connections. They was like, look, they wanted Sharon gone, man. So when they want you, this ain't the first time coaches didn't mess with different. They didn't cheat. Listen, if he was winning, if he would have beat Ohio State, they would have kept his hush hush. If they would have made it to the playoffs, they would have kept it hush hush.
I mean, that's about standard.
Yeah, the bottom line is it becomes down to winning and losing.
That's about standard, right? Like, if you're winning, you're the golden child. You can do whatever you want, just like your workplace. The guy who's doing everything and getting the manager's, support and approval. Yeah. Like, yeah, you make my life easy. He can go around. He can take an extra 5-minute break. He can go slap the secretary's ass. Do whatever the hell he wants to do.
Yeah.
The second he loses that favor, there starts the paperwork. Well, he didn't make the playoffs. He got embarrassed in one of the games, like you were saying.
Yeah.
He got suspended for a few games.
But they already knew that, though, Trevor. That was doing Michigan when they talk about the cheating scandal. And look how they did that. He only got 3 games. He got to pick 2 this year, and if he would have been the coach this year.
Opener of Michigan, Western.
Yeah. So, but that was up under the scandal. But they gave Harbaugh them show clauses. Even when you hearing about Jesse Mentor, the defensive coordinator, like he had a show clause. He can't come for a year. You know what I'm saying? But now. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Urban Meyer, Urban Meyer has so many scandals, but when you win in chips, you win in bowl games, big ones, they'll put that to the side.
I mean, that's standard. Even it's the same everywhere, right?
Yeah.
So Army, you have Golden Boy. Golden Boy shows up completely shit-wrecked to formation, man. Smells like you drank an entire bottle of whiskey.
Facts.
You know what we're all doing? Hey, go to your car and sleep that off. Whereas I get brand new kid who doesn't know his ass from a hole in the ground, you're pushing until all that whiskey comes out your pores, kid.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Right. If he was winning, like that's what I'm saying. I'm a Michigan diehard. I wanted to see Sharon get a chance because what people not understanding, Harbaugh got a chance to grow on the job, but let's say this. Harbaugh knew how to coach a team, though. He ran a team. Sharon never ran a team. That's why I was telling people about the Lions. Old boy got to learn on the job, but he probably gonna be gone. Detroit head coach if he don't pull it off.
There they go. If Detroit's head coach gets fired, then he can just be picked up by U of M. There you go. Problem solved.
Michigan got a taste of that championship. They knew where they went wrong at with Lloyd Carr. They know they let Lloyd Carr stay on too long. Michigan won championships, dude. When they able to pay, you don't spend money like that. To me, Sharon had them give Bryce that money, and for Bryce to look the way he was looking, then you got tea leaves coming out saying, listen, dude, they said some of the players, this is allegedly. They said the plays that he had set up for the game against Ohio State, they didn't even do. That was coming out. They were saying they wouldn't even practice the plays till they get them right. They'll move on to the next play. That's when you get that's coming out, that's not going to cut it. That's not cutting it. And how do leaks get out, Trevor?
That's a tough one, dude. So either you have someone disgruntled or someone up top passes it to, just tell someone innocuously, like, oh yeah, this happened, knowing that they can't keep their mouth shut and it gets to media. One of the two.
Dude, they've been spoiled. We beat Ohio State 4 years. We won the Big Ten 3 years straight. This is where the delusion kicked in. They won it straight. Harbaugh gone. And everybody knows this is a cardinal rule. You never want to replace the legend. Sharon Moore was replacing the legend. Now, the coach that's probably going to come after Sharon Moore going to be rough. I'm just going to be good, what I mean. And he going to be good. I'm just telling you. You never want to replace the legend. That's why Kellen DeBoer probably catching hell down there at Alabama. Like, man, let me go and get up out of here. I'm in the playoffs. And they still not happy. He know they don't deserve to be in the playoffs. He want to go somewhere where he can coach and he ain't got scrutiny up under him.
Whoever comes next is going to have to be a harsh disciplinarian, a straight-laced, never thinks of doing anything wrong. Like, he's going to have to be a robot for his first 2 years because of how much scrutiny the team is now under, right? Like, if you step out of line once, they're going to slap you because they've already got this negative publicity and they're already in a bad fucking mood.
I mean, on that aspect, yeah, they're going to be, if you come in there and you call yourself cheating, you don't want that job. But I'm saying, if the next coach coming in, he already going to be getting a leeway. Just go look at Texas A&M. Remember when Texas A&M fired their coach when he spent all that money? Look, they said Texas A&M was tripping. Tripping. You hear what I'm talking about?
A&M has some old traditions that kind of taint everything else now.
No,
like,
but you
used to take them to the what was it called?
No, but you missing what I'm saying. No, but you missing what I'm saying. They had the number one recruiting class, but they end up they fired their coach, Jimbo Fisher. They fired him. Look where they at. They in the playoffs. They in the playoffs. Texas A&M. They ran it back. He replaced it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. To me, I would probably go get a coach. I would be looking at probably Division II coaches. You know what I'm saying? But only things kind of.
I'm just saying, like, standards at A&M for misconduct are a little bit different than most schools because A&M, like, a lot of their alumni still remember when the coach would take the team to a whorehouse called the Rooster Ranch. That's something that I grew up, listening to my dad talk about. My dad grew up in Texas. Like, dad grew up in the Permian Basin.
No, that's what I'm saying, Trevor. The coach has been doing this, but the thing is, them coaches was probably winning. Yeah. When you win it,
get your players laid, they're going to play pretty hard for you because they don't want to get second string and miss out on getting laid on the coach's dime.
But to me, Sharon, the job was, and I listen, everything is hindsight now. I think the job was too big for him now, in hindsight. Because it seemed like he didn't like all the stuff this was too big of a job for him. To me now I can sit back and look at it. Yeah, this was too big of a job for Sharon.
So what do you think would have been a job more Zally, like staying a coordinator or what?
Yeah, I think him staying a coordinator for maybe another 4 years or maybe 5 years, he could have been ready. I think he would have been ready.
A little young for head coach, 30, 38, 39 years old. Seems a little young. You need a little bit more seasoning. Plus, he didn't really start playing football until his junior year of high school. Like, it isn't as ingrained into him as like some of these other players who have been playing since Pop Warner football, Pee Wee division, in elementary.
I don't really buy how much football. It's just
like,
hey, Hope Beasley, you nailed it right on the coffin. Let me put it up on here. Yes, fact. Yeah, whomever they get must walk the chalk line, and not only professional life but also private.
That's what I'm saying. They have to have a robot, someone who's never even thought of going outside the line, because number one, there's a lot of attention from the outside world on the team, and the school itself is pissed off at the team because they just got some negative publicity. Negative publicity means alumni aren't going to be donating as much.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I mean they
you guys
got
have to straighten the fuck up. Otherwise, you're gonna have a really hard time as a team because we're gonna cut your funding type deal.
To me, I'm gonna go with my conspiracy theory. I believe they knew it was time to get rid of Sharon. I'm not gonna sit up here and say they didn't know what Sharon was doing. From if you read some of the tea leaves, they gonna probably lose some players. I'm not gonna say they not, because I looked at Texas and when they fired their coach, they lost a lot of their star recruits. But to me, I'm like with the former player that just went on Twitter and told them, don't jump to conclude, don't jump, make a decision too hastily. Wait to see who the coach is, and then make your decision. Go ahead. I mean, you're gonna have to clean house. It is what it is. But I believe those who stay, they're gonna build something great. Because now, you know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't go get a Michigan man. Go get somebody outside that's not a Michigan man that want to come here.
Going off of what Hope said, someone who can walk a chalk line, not only professional but private. Go find yourself someone from Utah. Go find yourself a Mormon, someone who don't drink, don't cuss, someone who straight laces can be. Go find yourself one of them for a couple of years.
I'm just saying what we got to do. What Michigan got to do. I mean, some people look at it like it's a dark situation. I don't look at it being dark. Now I look at it like, now y'all can go get the coach y'all really wanted.
Yeah, like
you gave it a 2-year experience.
From a team perspective, definitely not a dark time, but for Mr. Moore, definitely a dark time. And dude's probably sobering up in that jail cell right now going, yeah, oh, I fucked up my life.
I mean, yeah, I like I say, prayers out to him and hope he get the help. I'm looking at, oh my, that's why I say it's not bleak right now. My main concern is Bryce. You got a great quarterback that's starting facts, and you got Savion Hyder. You went and got one of the top running backs in the nation. Like if you can hold on,
how's their defense doing?
Man, they went and got some people. But like I'm gonna tell this, I don't think a lot of these players that signed to Michigan was because of the coach. I believe they signed it because of the bag. You can get some money. Now go get the coach that can go ahead and develop this. Go get the coach. My thing is, you can go get the coach that you can go ahead and do. But I do believe if like the tea leaves, like I've been reading from these other podcasts, if they did do some covering up for Sharon, man, and to me personally, I think if they did, Ward Emmanuel might be gone. Because like I said, they saying he wasn't even the one to pick Dusty May. I'm hearing Ward Emmanuel didn't want Dusty May. It was Beeline went out. From what I'm hearing, they were saying Dusty May was on his way going toward Louisville, and then he came to Michigan. I'm just telling this the tea leaves. Said he came to Michigan. So if Ward Emmanuel, because right now they're saying the hockey coach, the girls basketball, that's up under the athletic director. These are all sports that's winning. But they saying he wasn't the one. He had to get told to go get them people. Fact, that's what I'm saying. He was he got talent. They didn't have the coaching. And it took me a minute. What's up? Oh, cuz they got rid of Sharon. Man, you know they fired Sharon, man. I called you last night, man. Cut the crap. You know that's what you call. You know Sharon and got let go.
Got let go, and then the cops picked him up.
No, he crashed out. That's what he did. He crashed out.
I mean, you know what? If the local prison team needs a head coach, they got one now.
Man, cut the crap, Trevor. Yeah. He probably crashed out because they know they finna take all his motherfucking money. Excuse my friend, they finna take all his money. But as I'm saying, what they got to do now, that's what they did, Elliot. They found the reason to get rid of him. I'm not going to say, man, the team was not looking like a well-coached team. I'm going to be honest with that. They didn't look like a well-coached team.
Yeah, Terry, that's also true. He's saying he's going to off himself and his mistress.
But
that's the word I got from Mickey. Mickey's on this shit.
No. Hold on. I said that's what the tea leaves said. I said allegedly.
Yeah. See.
Yeah. You can go to that podcast I was telling you. They got it right on there. This is what Mickey was saying. This is what I'm. That's why I put allegedly.
Well, that's why I say I got it from you, because you go out and research and you listen to all these sports things.
Yeah, but I also knew they wanted him gone.
Probably true, Omar.
Nah, he didn't care about that. He know he just blew the bag. That would make you go crazy. Oh, they said it on TV last. Yeah, nah. I was hearing it. Like I say, I heard about it, and I'm gonna just tell y'all. I heard about it about a week ago, man. They put it up in there. But I knew they wanted them gone because I'd be watching a different, like I said, the voice of college football. If you go up under the Michigan one, you will see it. The one from there, they was mad at Sharon when Sharon was like, if you let Bryce run, you got to let you better have another quarterback. Sharon, and I do believe that, I honestly believe Sharon could have won 10 games next year. But if he didn't, I believe they was going to fire his ass around week 8. I believe.
Mr. McCants.
Yeah, good morning. I believe he was going to be gone. And it was too much stuff was coming out in the tea leaves, man. It was too much when you was hearing that he wasn't letting the offensive coordinator coach to, do what he needed to do. Then Michigan needed to go hire quarterback.
Isn't that where he came up from? He was offensive coordinator before he hit head coach, correct?
Yeah.
You see people do that a lot, though. Like a manager of marketing gets promoted to like CFO, and he keeps on dicking around in the marketing department, like, because that's what he knows. He hasn't really accepted his new role yet. He keeps on interfering with the role that he's from. That kind of sounds like what happened there, since he used to be the offensive coordinator,
but he came up through the ranks. That's what I'm looking at. Like, he got it too quick. Let's just say it like that. He got it too quick. He got it too quick. This is what happened when you get it too quick. It was like Sharon Moore was still in the college mode because he was an offensive lineman for Oklahoma. To me, it was just they didn't want him, man. Michigan is you got to understand the state of Michigan. I mean, I ain't gonna say the state.
The team of Michigan,
the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor. Man, dumb people, they are some serious, partner.
Well, who isn't serious when it comes to their money?
Yeah, no. What I'm saying, like, they be caught up on we need a Michigan man. Just go look at it when they brought Brady Hoke. See, I went through the Brady Hoke era. I went through the Rich Rodriguez era. Shit, I was there with Kyle. I went through the Gary Moeller era. I remember when Gary Moeller came, really that championship that Lloyd Carr won, that was Gary Moeller players, man. You know what I'm saying? If you go look, Carr never won another championship after that. We would get close, but he couldn't, you know what I'm saying? We would get close, but it was like, you know what I'm saying?
Detroit Lions to you. Ever so close and choke.
No, they would. They would choke. Even, listen, man, when they played USC, it was just like Michigan. I don't know what it was. I remember Bo Schembechler. I remember when we played Ohio State, when we lost, we went down to Columbus. When Bo said it back then, it was like the speed in our secondary wasn't as fast. When we was winning. It was like Michigan, to me, seemed like we will always be like a step slower or a step under than like how Ohio State was able to adjust with their recruiting. And like Harbaugh really got Michigan up here on this level where they can go, you know what I'm saying? Where you start the difference between the Big Ten, where we was losing to the SEC, was the defensive and offensive, well, really the defensive lines, because we always had good offensive line. The speed. Then Harbaugh finally got that together where we can go compete with the schools down south. That's why you seen us, we beat Alabama twice, and we was able to beat Ohio State. And it just seemed like, man, people not understanding this was like the 3 years that we did this. I remember the beginning of Harbaugh, man. We was losing some games, man. Ohio State beat them 6 years straight. Wow. But it was some controversies, though, like that damn not getting that first down.
Here's my next two things, right?
Come on with it.
So you said he's got talent now. He's got good talent.
Hell yeah, Sharon Love. He ain't lead a cup boards bare. They might be bare if they don't get the right coach.
So he's got talent. The next coach, if everything you're saying is, everything you're alleging is correct, right? Then it seems like the school wanted him to build the team, and then they wanted to throw a Michigan man in there to lead the team to a championship.
No, I disagree. I think Ward Emmanuel really thought he was the coach. He could, you know what I'm saying? He was going to be the coach. I thought, my humble opinion, I think Ward Emmanuel did wanted to win with Sharon, but after the first year they gave him a break. I think this was the year you probably had the alumni base like, hey, he not the one.
Okay, and then the second thing, I mean, after something, I mean, you just type in his name right now, and there's over 100+ search results based off of just last night. You go into YouTube, and there's over 50+. Do you think that this is going to affect the morale of the team coming into the next season?
Not if you get the right coach in. No, we was whipping Charlie Weiss when he was at Notre Dame. No. Let me see what Ron Uncut said. Yeah, he said Harbaugh. He said the job because Harbaugh was cheating. They knew it. Harbaugh left before they can find him and get fired, and he was just appointed the job. He was never really the man for the job. And I knew he was talking about Harbaugh. I think. Let me see what Brother Elliott said. Brother Elliott said, "You good? No, he took over when Harbaugh was in the scandal. He won games and put Michigan in position to win the championship. They didn't want him. Same thing they did at PSU, Penn State. Facts. He did. Yeah, no, he did. But see, Harbaugh took all them coaches with him, though, man. When you took your defensive line coach, see, people don't want to be honest. Harbaugh and that athletic director, man, was really beefing, in my humble opinion. Are you good, Omar? In my humble opinion, Harbaugh and the administration was into it, and people don't want to understand. What was the president? Because he had to go at Ward Emmanuel, because Ward Emmanuel was trying to get rid of Harbaugh. That's why I think Ward Emmanuel ass might be on his way out, because they're gonna look at like, man, you told us, you said Sharon was the guy. I'm being out. This is just my humble opinion. They fumbled the ball. Sharon was never going to be the guy. And I'm really responding to Brother Elliott. Penn State was foolish because he had one bad season. But to be honest with you, Penn State coach could never win the big game. Let's just be honest. He could never win the big game. Never beat Michigan. He never beat Penn State. Never beat Ohio State when it mattered. He couldn't win the big game. What they did to Harbaugh, Brother Elliott, they was rushing him out. The reason Harbaugh left because the athletic director wouldn't guarantee him like they did for Sharon. If anything came out, would they secure his job? Ward Emmanuel wouldn't do it. That's why Harbaugh left. Harbaugh would have stayed, but Ward Emmanuel wouldn't give Harbaugh like how he did with Sharon. They covered for Sharon. They wouldn't do it for Harbaugh. That's what the real scandal was, Harbaugh and the administration. Harbaugh wanted them to spend money, and they didn't really want to spend money. Let's be honest what the beef really was.
Yeah, good morning, Georgia boy.
That's a fact, Ellie. I ain't gonna say allegedly, but that's what it was. Harbaugh, they didn't want to give him, they didn't want to put that if anything came about, he could lose his job, but they did it for Sharon. They just let Sharon do the 3 games. You can pick 2 this year and 1 next year. And it was against teams they knew they could beat. See, that's what they didn't want to do. So really the athletic director, you had people who wanted Harbaugh and you had people who didn't. Why you think a lot of their stuff got leaked out? All you got to do is go pull up, like I say, go watch The Voice of College Football. They be having a lot of insider. And if you go watch The Blueprint with Devin Gardner, and because they supposed to be talking about it, I knew Sharon was finna be fired, man. Just from watching them guys from the Michigan podcast. I'm talking about the ex-players who got it. Like I say, Jake Butt and them. And I kind of take with Devin Gardner be on it. But Sharon was never, he wasn't their first choice, man. Even last year, he was not the first choice. But when you go pull them different up, you'll start seeing the tea leaves. You're going to see there some of them people wasn't supposed to. No, but if you was going to do that, everybody that left with Harbaugh, you put, you know what I'm saying, the NCAA suspended. They put show clauses on them.
There we go.
Yeah, everyone that left with them, they put show clauses on them.
Since you keep telling folks to go check out Voice of College Football, I put a link to
Yeah.
The most recent in there. And go ahead after the show, go pop by, take a look.
Yeah.
And
Listen.
tell them 810 News Media Group sent you.
Man, let them know. I was watching this yesterday, man. All them podcasts had then over 1,000 people in their lives about this. This how bad it was. And like I said, that Voice of College was on for 5 hours yesterday.
5.5.
Facts.
I just took a look. And he had a lot to say about this. I mean, it is a shakeup to the entire, college football scene.
If you go see
How often do you hear a head coach not just getting fired, right? That happens periodically, but then crashing out in such a way that it makes national news.
Dude, listen, man. They was crap, and they wanted Sharon fired over there. Let me be honest with you. That's how I took it. Sharon over the Voice of College. They wanted another coach. They didn't want Sharon, and I'm pretty sure they locked into some of the people that's tied into the program. I'm just gonna be honest. Some they was getting texts from the players doing the show. That's what them text messages. So, and they that's how I found out that the athletic director is going, Ward Emanuel is going to see the Board of Regents this morning. Because they in. And go like Sam Webb coming on at 9:00, Michigan Insider. You go check them out. Like I say, I'll be watching. It messed me up when I was sitting up here. That's why I'm like, damn, Sharon, when you start, and they was coming out with too much tea leaves. That's why I found out about Sharon as far as messing with one of the staffers. This was like last week. I sent the podcast to my cousin. I'm like, we talking about it. I'm laughing. I'm like, man, they just want him gone because the people didn't want him. But then when I started hearing about the practices, like they wouldn't, if they was running a play, if they didn't get it right, he would move on to the next one. They wasn't doing it. Was just too much stuff was being leaked. How is this stuff being leaked from the inside?
I mean, I don't know, dude. Like,
Georgia boy, that's what it was.
Sometimes business is just business, and sometimes it's personal. And
dude,
the way you're sounding it right now, it sounds more personal than business. It's going to take a little while for things to come out for us to get the whole picture. But you've been looking at this picture a lot longer than I have, so I'm going to take your word on it. If you say it's personal, I'm going to believe you.
Dude, they didn't want him in there, man. Stuff don't leak out like this. His ass was supposed to have been fired last year. Only thing saved him, he beat Ohio State. He beat his rivals. You know what I'm saying? But you can see they got out coached. I'm just saying, if you just watch the game, when Michigan would be losing, if they would be, they never made no in-game adjustments. That's why I was screaming fire the defensive coordinator. When you got players coming out saying they didn't know what they was doing, when you seeing other defensive coaches like, hey, man, like, what is he doing over there? That's why I love to watch Sam Webb and Vance Johnson. Vance didn't sugarcoat what he was saying. His thing was, do you gonna be telling your wife we gotta move? Or you gonna be looking at that kid you on the bench? And it was like Michigan, dude, that Ohio State, really the USC, I'll give them to Oklahoma. Because that was really the first game. But how Michigan lost and the undisciplined, you seen weeks after week after week, they were still doing the same, showing undisciplined week after week after week. You know what I'm saying? And that's on coaching.
Makes sense.
That's on coaching. If you seeing your quarterback, your star quarterback, he was the number one player in the country last year.
If a team doesn't have discipline, they're not going to win shit. That's pure and simple, right? Like, you may get lucky periodically, or they may buckle down, but if they can't hold that discipline, they're not going to much further regular season.
And against this, like Northwestern, who they should have blew out. They had a rough game against Northwestern, but they pulled it out. But it was coaching. When you seeing players jump off sides, when you saw your damn football player, your DN, Barnham headbutt the referee. You know what I'm saying? It was.
Oh man, that kid lose his fucking scholarship.
He is senior. But I'm
under most like rigid coaches, like, get the fuck off my team. What the hell are you doing headbutting a damn ref?
That's what I'm saying. It was like he lost. It was, man, listen.
You
then
just
when
blew my fucking mind. Like, refs are untouchable. Why are you going against that untouchable? Like, get your head out of your ass and off of his head. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, you just seen too much. Like I say, man, you seen too much stuff. It was too much turmoil, man. But I feel like they did this purposely because they knew Sharon wasn't the man for the job at this stage. They didn't want to let Sharon.
He's never going to be the man for the job now.
Oh, now it's done and over with. But they better go make the right motherfucking hire. So I'm not too much worried about. Say we do lose our recruiting class, fuck it. I would hate to lose it.
Okay.
But if we can keep it, but in this day and age with the transfer portal, you can go buy people. Michigan got the bag right now. You can go buy. What I do believe what made Michigan move ahead and not let Sharon Moore get a job. I mean, not let him do this was
so
they can go get a new coach. Man, they looked at what Michigan State did. Just hear me out. Michigan State just infused their school with for the athletic department, $400-some million, finna build a new stadium. And you mean to tell me they looking at like, shit, we not finna be left behind. We got the money. We got to get the coach. You put the coach with the money, you get a championship. Kurt Cinetti showed you that, and that's why I think people keep thinking like, "Oh, we can go get." No, you can't go get Kurt. I wouldn't leave and come over here.
Yeah. Now you just said with the transfer portal, you can buy players, right?
Yeah.
Concerning what just happened, do you think that the price of any player they want to bring over just went up? Because like now I know your school's in trouble. You have a bad reputation. You're trying to recover from it. If you want me, there's a premium to pay now.
Listen, man, Michigan and got themselves together. Yeah, nah, I'm gonna tell you like this. This how it is. Being honest, Lane Kiffin, he happy where he at. But what I'm telling you, man, with Michigan, this day and age in football, it ain't gonna. Your program not gonna be set back 4 or 5 years unless you hire the wrong food, and you can. In this day and age, if you go find a coach and you got the money, hey, believe this. Let me include y'all on some of this, family, before y'all go to tripping. If y'all think Michigan is jammed up, that Trevor, you think because the reputation is jammed up is Sharon. That's why you see his ass on everything, and they saying Michigan let him go. Michigan gonna finna come out looking like the hero. We got rid of a bad person. Watch how they finna spin this. We got rid of a bad person. If he was winning, don't you know them? You don't think them alumni or them people that's donating that money, them boosters and shit, people got billions of dollars. They couldn't have paid. Look, hey, they could have went to that girl. Sharon was winning. Listen, shut the fuck up. We're gonna keep you a job.
I got two things to show you in relation to that. Right. Let me go ahead and just share a screen. We're gonna pop on over here to this one, not channel content. Right here. Tell me, what logos do you see all over the place with them talking about this negativity?
But who it's on? Do you looking at?
It's on him, and yes, I see that. But you also see the Michigan logo. This is branded onto Michigan for the next little while,
dude. And then you keep going down, you see they looking for the new coach. Soon as the coach come in, guess who's finna be being talked about?
Man, they better have his face on billboards left and right, and they better have he better win his first fucking game. That's
dude, listen,
all there is to it.
Yeah, but that's why I think
here's the same thing. Like you read through and Michigan coach, Michigan. Right here, Michigan football coach. It's going to follow the school for a little bit. It's going to follow the team
until they hire a new coach.
Well, they need to hire someone quick because the longer they have that negative connotation, the harder it's going to sink in. You either got to clean up the mess or deal with the stain in your carpet, man.
I just truly believe the boosters who run this thing, who paid the money to help Michigan get them players, probably told him, we need a new coach. Damn this. We need a new coach. And that was the end game right there. Sharon just ain't see it. Dude, the game is called winning and losing. You were losing in their eyes. That 9-3, yeah, it was a better record because even I was saying it. But when you look at it, was it a solid 9-3, or was it could have been another 7-5?
Now that you and I have talked about it, no, it doesn't sound like a solid 9-3. It sounds like a lot of those games he skated by and got lucky
against lesser schools.
Like when I first looked at it, I'm like, hey, that's a marked improvement. That's cool. But now listening to you and you pointing out a lot of his failures of leadership and, in coaching and failures of discipline, he should have lost some of those then.
But he had the talent. Like he won against the.
That's crazy though. Like it should be the coach shouldering the burden and carrying the talent, right? And this was reversed. The talent carried the coach.
And that's basically what it was, man. And like right now, I feel bad for a lot of them because a lot of them coaches is like, damn, they don't know what after December 31st, what their job finna look like. They finna be out of a job. This just how scandalous this was. But I'm going to be honest with you. It needed to be done. I know it's sad that what I'm saying, though, but Sharon wasn't the man for the job. I hate it because it still comes down to winning and losing.
That's what it's always going to be. Winning and losing and how much style you do it with.
Because even though we say he won, but that team that he won, because he did, look, Sharon could have came in there and blew them games, but that year they won it in 23, man, that was a championship team. And you got to look, Jesse Mentor was the defensive coordinator. Mike Elston was the defensive line coach. You had the line, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it was. And believe me, if Sharon Moore if he would have beat Ohio State, made it to 10-2, they would have been in the playoffs. Sharon Moore would have been like, he knew this was make or break next year. Sharon was going to lose his job next year. Michigan just cut the chain. Like, you don't know. Them donors might have said, look, dude, if y'all keep him, we pulling our money back. So, you know what I'm saying? This is what, to me, that's what it seemed like. The writing was on the wall. Like, look, Sharon ain't it. I mean, what you was going to do? He was going to fire the defensive coordinator. You was going to have people who weren't going to want to come work for him, going to be like, man, he going to fire you. And then whoever was going to come next year, like, dude, we on the hot seat. It never ceased to amazes me, man, when you see this. When you see a coach start running through, he started firing coaches, man, the writing is on the wall.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm not a college football fan, is what I'm saying, right? Like, so I don't keep up with a lot of this, but it seems like there's a pattern that you're putting down. Like, this dude's getting fired. This dude's getting fired. We're looking pretty hard at you. Like, yeah,
dude, he cooked.
Well, his career's done. That's for sure. We'll see if any of the down feelings spread to the players, and we'll see if this cloud follows the school.
It really is.
I happen to think, but you say next coach can clean it up. We'll see how long this actually lasts.
Dude, I'm just telling you what I know.
I honestly think next year, if they don't get a championship, the new coach is gone after that too, because they really got to climb up out this hole.
Dude, no, the next coach coming in, he's gonna have next year to get it right because it is gonna be some attrition. This is college football where you can go recruit other people players. You got to remember, you got to recruit your players every year anyway, because other schools will try to come recruit your players. Like Zion Zab, if I'm not mistaken, a safety. The year Michigan won it, Alabama recruited their safety. He over there with them. Yeah, but I'm just saying that's how stuff be. People will come recruit your players. It don't matter. People will come recruit your players. So you recruiting your players every year anyway.
Yeah, and Rod just said a lot of big name coaches lost their jobs.
They did. You still got Brian Kelly out there. I wanted who I wanted, I'm not gonna lie, I wanted Michigan State to go get James Franklin. But now I gotta look for us. I mean, Do I want Kellen DeBoer? I think if you go get Kellen DeBoer, you trying to keep Bryce Underwood. I'm going to be honest with you. If you go get, because he's an offensive-minded coach, if you go get him, that's because you're trying to keep Bryce Underwood. In my humble opinion. If you go get him, if you go get a defensive-minded coach, you're trying to keep the defense intact. You know what I'm saying? But it also comes down to whoever the coach is, because they already know what they got to do with Bryce. Man, I believe if they keep Bryce, they're going to get an offensive-minded coach because they're not going to let that young boy go. So they're gonna go get somebody who gonna be offensive-minded, and they better go get him a top defensive coordinator. I just do believe if they go get Kellen, Alabama coach, they better go find him a defensive coordinator that's coming in with him.
You don't think he can function without one?
I don't want the one that Bama got as our defensive coordinator up here. I'm going to be honest with you.
Okay.
I'm going to be – to me, it was – to me, look at Peanut. The cheating didn't stop with Harbaugh. Yeah, I guess we got to take it.
Yeah.
You sap-sucker. You sap-sucker.
This man comes in with a haymaker. Jesus.
What's up, Miss Karate? Man, they've been killing, man, Michigan since yesterday.
This is what I'm saying, though. This is what I'm saying. Here comes the negative connotations. Here comes the bad press, the bad feelings. Like, dude just jumps in here and slams down a ball. We have to take it.
But we still got that natty, though, from 2023.
That's 2023. What about
I don't care. But he's saying the cheating was in 2023 that they claimed we cheated when we was beating everybody.
You mean the sign stealing?
Yeah, that's what he talking about. But we was beating everybody. If we was cheating, why they couldn't stop our offense? At the end of the day, football is still played the same way. If you cheating, why you couldn't stop Blake Corum or Donovan Edwards? I mean, if they cheating, I'm just saying, why you couldn't stop Culver? You know what I'm saying? The tight end, the wide receivers. I'm just saying, why you couldn't stop the offensive line? If we was cheating, why you couldn't stop? I'm just saying, you couldn't stop JJ?
I mean,
Hey, Ron Uncut. Do you think Bryce want to leave 3.5 on the table, man? And the other school's gonna be like, we can get you cheaper. Like, why would I go ahead and pay you 3.5 when I can get you for $1 million? No, I'm just saying.
He's tarnished.
Yeah, because you didn't have a great season neither. You showed that you know what I'm saying.
Shit season, showing a team with no discipline. A head coach with no discipline. You're coming from a tarnished school. Like, you know what? Let him go. Someone else is going to pick him up, like you said, for $1 million. Like, hey, this is what you get. You want to stay in the game. You want to collect this paycheck. Well, this is the only paycheck out there for you. You're bad. You're damaged goods, as it were, right now.
But from the tea leaves, I'm looking at what Ron Uncut saying. But if you get Lane Kiffin, you better get your defensive coordinator. I mean, not Lane Kiffin. Oh, Lane Kiffin. I mean, if you go get Lincoln Riley from USC, you better bring you a defensive coordinator.
Bam. That right there. College is looking more like the pros, ain't it?
It is.
I mean, I remember just like we were talking about, 2 weeks ago. I know where the Cowboys are at right now. Either they're just getting out of a bar or they're in a county jail right now.
Hey, listen, man. Sharon Moore, they done did my boy. They done did Sharon. Wanda Smith, good morning. They done did. Look, Michigan, like, they finna get a championship. You can buy them now. You think we finna let you hold us back? That's all it was. If Sharon, and you, listen, man, let me tell you, when I saw Dave Potney come home and say he don't care if Bryce Underwood leave, he not giving no more money to keep Bryce. I said, damn. I seen the writing was on the wall. You made us pay him $12 million, and they want a return on their investment. Like, you got us 9 games. It was playoffs or bust. Sharon just didn't. I hate it. because I watched all the different Michigan podcasts, man.
I understand how football is played, right?
Yeah.
If I were to run a team and I put 12 mil in and get myself a couple coaches, a couple players, and I'm not getting a return on my investment, they're going to find their ass on a curb and I'm going to replace them.
Dude,
I understand business a lot more than I understand like football. You know,
I'm
not blind to football.
No, the college is like the pros. They have a general manager.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When I was listening to the recruit, because I watched their recruiting stuff too, when they said Michigan was getting outbid for linebackers out of high school, they was like they weren't finna invest. I listen, man. Somebody from up top said, "Look, Sharon can't get this talent going. There's too much talent on this team for us.
We got a lot of great talent. It's not being utilized.
It's
like running a V8, but you're only using a 4-banger power."
Yeah, and you gotta look, and don't you know the athletic director was probably like, "I'm not finna lose my funding. I ain't finna lose my job messing with you. You got to go.
Get the fuck out of here."
Yeah, they told him go directly, go past, go. Do not collect $200 is what he got told. They did his ass like Monopoly.
He took it literally to go to jail, go directly to jail. He's like, oh, well, I guess I have to go to jail now.
Sharon didn't understand, man. Sharon was like, he one thing was good, he could recruit. But Sharon had a bag so he could go recruit. I'm just telling you, because Bryce Underwood was not coming if Jim Harbaugh would have been here. But now that you got him, me and Bryce, if I was the AD, hoping I keep my job, whoever the next interim AD is, I'll be like, listen. Because I could, in my humble opinion, if you don't think Ward Emanuel in there trying to save his job when he do got to go meet with them, you might see.
Damn, Oregon's throwing 11 out there.
They not playing.
You know what? Not surprising. I talk with one of my old Army buddies, Lonnie Dornhecker, all the time, and Guthrie. They both are like cheerleaders. They're fangirls of Oregon.
Dude, look who they got that's putting money. They got Phil Knight, the owner of Nike. So you knowing they already coming. Michigan got to go ahead and find a coach that can make it pop, because right now it's done and over with. You can stick a fork in it. They better go ahead. If I was the athletic director, I'll be telling Bryce, don't make no move. Hold on. When I come out that board of regents, after I get done, can y'all give me a chance to make this right? Because football is their thing in Ann Arbor. Now, let me tell you, I don't care how good the basketball team is.
I used to go to Ann Arbor for the VA. And it didn't matter what season, what time of year. There was always something about Michigan football up.
Listen, I don't care if the basketball team can win 10 championships. They will not be rated over the football team. Let me break that down to you. The way and I love the basketball team, but around these parts in Ann Arbor,
it's all football.
Football reigns supreme, basketball second, and everything else fall in.
Anywhere else in Texas or anywhere in Texas. Football first, everything else second.
Now, Michigan might have to take that deal. Now, they can't go independent. They might have to take that deal. Listen, we got to take this $20 billion. Now, go ahead and cut this.
Damn, dude.
You know what? Hey, Ron Uncut, we're going to have to come back and do a part 2, man, because I got a dentist appointment, and I'm about to shut it down. I'm about to be gone. I'll be back after I go get this did. I'll be back probably around, but I don't know. It depends. Probably come on about 4 o'clock, maybe 5, maybe 6.
Yeah. All right. If it's 5 or 6, I can be here. But if it's before that, I'm going to be in my forge. I got to turn this lump of steel into a knife.
Yeah, I don't know. I might come on, like I say, man. I might come back on, but I'm going to get off into it, and I have some more stuff for y'all, man. But like I say, them clips, what I was telling y'all, go watch. Go watch them. You can just go pull up Michigan football and you're going to see. But if you see Sam Webb, they coming on at 9, Michigan Insider. When you see the voice of college football. Trevor dropped the link up in there.
Yep.
And if you go watch, like I say, all of them got it, man. I'm just gonna tell you, and you can go watch the Blueprint. That's with Devin Gardner and Jake Butts, former Michigan players and stuff. But
ESPN is also running some shit on them right now.
I already knew they would.
Woodward Sports has got some stuff going on about them right now. Woodward Sports being one word. And you got Josh Pate's college football show. This bald-looking motherfucker. This gentleman looks like he's got a... How long is this one? He's still... Or he might still be alive. College football addiction is running right now, 11 minutes. There's a lot out there you can go.
Man, they own them. That's what I'm saying. They
Real Casey. That's where I got my...
They already. But family, I see y'all later on. If I do, it might be about 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Who knows? Maybe 10. Because I got to watch them too to get my research done. Oh, yeah, he all over then. But I'm finna start looking for who the coaching going to be. We're going to come up probably have what the coaching going to be. Sharon's done. He's no longer part of the university. I know he's on suicide watch. You ever blow 30 million? And I ain't trying to be funny. I'm being serious.
I feel like shit when I blow $200. This man blew 30 fucking million.
Yeah, some of us then wigged out over like 2,000 or 3,000. Believe me, 30 million. Shit, that's like hitting a Powerball, and didn't get the rest of it. Yeah, he crashed all the way out,
winning the Powerball, but forgetting to turn in the ticket.
Right, and then what's up, common sense? Like, yeah. Yeah, it'd be funny if it wasn't true. Yeah, he blew. He blew. Yeah, that's like hitting a Powerball, and you see the person find your ticket. Yeah, he crashed out. He crashed out over. Oof.
Man, I want to see how the Spartans are reacting to this. Like
that
interstate rivalry. I think they got some shit to say.
They really, because our coach is on suicide. Well, ex-coach. Yeah, because Mel Tucker didn't crash out. He just left, and you know what I'm saying? They fired him and had to pay him, even though but Sharomi Rome, yeah, he blew the bag, family. I'll see y'all later.
Yeah, I got one more link to drop in. This guy's live right now. He's talking about it.
Y'all go watch Johnny Oates' show too, Johnny. Because they was on it.
Marcellus Willie, That Dude TV.
Oh man, A10. Let them all know the A10 sent y'all over there, man. They so upset. Hey, Ron Uncut, man, I'm gonna get with you, man, later on or something, man. But I see y'all. Peace.
Later.
Yeah, he